What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves because today is Saturday. It is the weekend. The work week is over with, so I know you have a lot of time. Now, y'all have probably cleaned up your houses early this morning. Now, you're probably in the streets right now. And if you are in the streets and you decided to listen to me, then that's amazing. So, shout out to everybody that's listening to me right about now. Now, before we get into what we're here to talk about, make sure you guys tune in on Tuesday night for Roasted Review, SWV, and Xscape the Queens of R&B, which is hosted by myself, T, and Josiah. It will be on my page this week because Josiah won't be able to host it this week, and we'll get more into that. When the show comes on Tuesday, but we already know that he already made an announcement already that he'll be taking a break from social media for the next few months. So you won't be seeing him for a while. But keep your prayers in order for my friend Josiah. He has a lot going on and he needs to take out that time to take care of that in himself. So shout out to Josiah. But like I said, we'll be going into that when the show come on because of course, even though he already put it out there already, we can't just do the show with just me and T for the time being and not address it. And he's not gone forever. It's only temporarily. So shout out to Josiah, and I would definitely be talking to him as regularly as I always do anyway. So I'll be in the know about everything. And plus the Boss Baby Awards is coming up, so I'm gonna see him anyway. So shout out to Josiah. So with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the mess that we're here to talk about. And today's for today's Yes for the Mess is basically like the last one, which is a sneak peek of tomorrow's episode of SWV and Xscape the Queens of R&B. That's basically what this is, right? So this is the clip that's been going viral on social media, right? And it's about the debate about the two groups talking about headlining or co-headlining or opening, right? And Xscape feels like they should have top billing, while SWV feel like we should co-headline. So what we're about to do right now is listen in on this clip because I can't put the clip video, can't put the actual video on my page because they'll be quick to try to snatch it down, child. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna play the audio of it and then we're gonna keep it moving. So let's get into it.
Last tour we did, we were headlining our own tour. So how is this gonna go when it comes to billing?
I think it needs to be co-headlining. That avoids any feelings, issues. I just think it needs to be. You have two legendary R&B groups. It should be co-headlining to keep it moving.
Well,
and it's collaborative.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, like our group, we still feel like we want to still have top billing on our tour.
What the hell is this? On your tour? On your tour?
Any tours that we're on.
We gonna pass. This show, we should co-headline.
Okay.
Girl, do you know who you're talking to? This is SWV. We've sold how many records compared to your 7 million? Girl, bye.
It's really a celebration. It's not about egos. It's not about my tour, your tour. It's a celebration of all of us together.
Y'all don't want to co-headline?
I mean, that wasn't really what we were thinking about doing before. And this is not having anything to do with you guys personally. Don't get me wrong. It's no disrespect to y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all music and we respect y'all. You know what I mean? But realistically, we have been headlining our shows.
Since you came back.
Right.
As a group. Yeah.
Right.
SWV has major hits, but do they have the fan base or the following that we have? No. People watch me, Candy, on TV doing our thing. Then they find out, oh, these girls sing. So that fan base is millions and millions and millions of followers more.
That's fine. And what I'm saying is this is one night. When y'all do your tour, you can headline all day. But for this one night, we need to co-headline.
Now, okay, so that was the clip of what's to come on the next episode of SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B. And I know this particular clip has gone around and it sparked up a lot of conversation, a lot of debates, a lot of unnecessarily debating. And this is what I got to say as a person that loves both groups, because I can see it from both ends. Okay, let's start with SWV, for example. SWV has sold more records. Week alone has sold a lot of records by itself as a single. Week is their biggest song. Xscape, they've sold less records than SWV, but they are successful in their own rights. However, both groups reunited. One group had more fanfare behind their reunion versus the other. When SWV came back, people were excited. But when Xscape came back out, they were trending all over social media. Everybody was talking about it. They were able to perform, had their own set on the BET Awards, performing their hits. They got a reality show that did millions of viewers. They even were able to put out an EP. And not to mention, they had their own sold out tour that they headline, and it was an arena tour at that. It was called the Great Xscape Tour. Opening acts was, Monica, Tamar Braxton, and they had June's Diary as another opening act. So they already headlined their own tour and did numbers with it, and it was an arena tour that they sold out off the strength of their name, the Great Xscape. So, and not to mention, Xscape has more newer fans today than SWV does. And what I mean by that is, things go into cycles. It doesn't take away from nobody else's success. So let's just say this. In the 90s, SWV was one of the biggest girl groups ever. Xscape was somewhere in the middle. They weren't that big, but they were not the lowest on the totem pole either. They was dead smack in the middle. They sold 3 platinum albums. They did well. They had big records. But SWV was able to get some mainstream success on their first album. Now one could argue and say that their first album is where they peaked it, and their last 2 albums did not sell as well as their first, while Xscape continued to have the same sales consistently. So we can say that Xscape does have a steady and loyal fan base. Each album sold the same. Each album sold platinum. So it was kind of like, okay, whatever. So in the 90s, SWV had the bigger fan base. They had the bigger acclaim. They were able to get some mainstream success for Week in the Human Nature song and I'm So Into You All Alone. Those were pop smashes. While Xscape was bigger in the BET, the urban lane, but they weren't able, they just didn't have the pop success or the pop recognition that a SWV or TLC was able to receive. So in their heyday, SWV was the bigger group. The sales speak for themselves. But in today's era, Xscape is the more relevant group because you have Candy and Tiny on reality shows. We see them selling out tours. They're always headlining shows. They're always out there, working. And being that Candy and Tiny were on reality TV, it gives the fans a more of a reason to look up Xscape's music. So if we're being technical as far as relevancy, Xscape today has more relevance today than SWV does today. But that does not take away from SWV and their success because they're always going to be looked at as the bigger group. It's kind of like this, like Monica and Brandy. In the 90s, Brandy was the bigger brand. As they crossed over into adulthood, it was Monica that was the bigger brand and Brandy was in Monica's spot. However, it does not take away from Brandy's accolades or what Brandy did for the culture. She had a Barbie doll. She was in movies. She had her own sitcom, things that Monica did not do. But when they got to be adults, Monica had more success as an adult than Brandy did as an adult, while Brandy had more success as a teenager versus Monica, who had success as a teenager, but not the same amount as Brandy did when they were teenagers. So if you listen to what I'm saying and you hearing me out, that's what the difference is. SWV was huge in their heyday, but right now Xscape is huge in today's society with you know, two of the members constantly being in the public eye and their popularity is what brings this group into more relevancy. But it doesn't take away from SWV's success and what they brought to the table. Now, as far as the show goes, should they co-head? Should anybody be a sole headliner? Absolutely not. I feel like SWV and Xscape should co-headline the show. It makes more sense. It doesn't create what it's creating with the fans. Like, people really are up here arguing with one another. Oh, SWV is better than Xscape, or Xscape is better than SWV. And it's coming from a person like me who loves both groups the same. I don't really like to get into that whole aspect of the argument, like one group is better than the other. I don't really like doing that because I really do enjoy both groups the same exact way. So it's hard for me when I see that. It's kind of like the Brandy and Monica feud with the fans. It's annoying and I don't really like it. But you know, this is what happens when you get a bunch of folks on social media, and that's what, you know, that's just what they do. It is what it is. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I do think that Candy and Tiny are in over their head right now. I don't think that Xscape should have top billing by themselves. I definitely believe that they should share the top billing spot with Xscape. I mean, with SWV. It makes more sense to do that. I don't feel like SWV should be opening for Xscape, and I don't feel like Xscape should open for SWV. They're both the same. One just had more success than the other. They're both underrated girl groups. They're not looked at in the same regard as a TLC or In Vogue. They're not. Like, as much as we love SWV and they are the, you know, the bigger group out of the two, and as much as we love Xscape, they don't get that same recognition as a TLC or an In Vogue. They always have been overlooked, underrated, all of that stuff. So yeah, I do feel like they should co-headline. It makes more sense. One is not big, one is not better than the other one. Like, I feel like they're in the same space. It's just that one group has more relevancy today than they did in the past. And that's true, because as someone that's a big fan of Xscape, when they first came back, I wasn't even expecting them to do the things that they were able to do. Like, when they did this arena tour, I'm like, why they not doing it in no theater? Ain't nobody gonna buy them tickets to go see no damn Xscape. That's what I said, and I'm a fan. But when I saw the tours selling out, and when they came to where I'm from, they sold the whole Coliseum out. And I was like, oh, okay then. So yeah, so I think it'll be smarter for SWV and Xscape to co-headline the show. And if they were to do a tour, it should be the SWV and Xscape tour. And they should have like some people opening for them. Like, I don't know who could open for them right now. Maybe like a Ari Lennox or somebody like that can open up for them. But they should definitely be co-headliners, and they should just do it like this on one show. One, like, SWV can go out first and Xscape last on one show. Then the next show, Xscape come out first, SWV go last. That's what you call co-headlining. That's what it should be. So that's pretty much it. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. So this B-Boy Scattered by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And also click on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter and my Instagram will be down below in the description box. I am out of here, you guys. Until the next video, I will see you guys a little bit later. Bye.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Tramel. I just wanted to say that I have a new project that's out. It's called Mixed Feelings. It's on all streaming platforms. I would hope that you would go and check it out. It's a really good feel of an album. It's got everything you need and more. It's got R&B, it's got a little bit of pop, it's got a little bit of hip hop. It's everything that you need and more. It's out all streaming platforms, like I said. Please check me out, and you can also follow me at IAM_Tramel. That's IAM_TRAMEL. Check me out. I hope to hear from you.